Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I wanted to do a reading on something a little bit different. So I've been scrolling through Twitter, as one does when you're kind of bored a little bit, and I've seen that there's this huge thing called the 9-month cruise that a bunch of people have been talking about. And this is a 9-month cruise that has departed here in December of 2023 and will be going around the world for 9 months with people on it. I wanted to do a reading on this cruise in particular just because it sounds wild to me. You're on a cruise ship for 9 months with a bunch of different people with alcohol and nowhere to escape to for the most part. You're just living on a cruise ship for 9 months. And I wanted to see what's kind of coming out with this. What's gonna happen? And see like if there's anything anything scandalous or big things that are going to be coming here for like the staff or even with people, vacationers as I'm gonna call them. So without further ado, we can get right into the reading. Just a few quick housekeeping items, as always. Remember, everything I'm going to be sharing here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Everything is stated is going to be my opinion and not a fact. So please do your own research on everything. And then, please don't go leaving mean-spirited negative comments from other people or even to the business from this reading. Please and thank you. So without further ado, I want to I have a few questions of my own that I kind of have that I want to look into. And one I want to look into for the first thing is why a 9-month cruise? What is the intention here from it? Because sure, this stuff's been done before, in the past. There's a ton of stuff and people and other things and so yeah, let's just take a look at what's the intention behind this cruise. 10 of Wands. Okay. Justice. And 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is interesting. So I'm wondering if the cruise line itself is kind of trying to test out a different method of looking at how to make money. So what I'm seeing here with the Justice card, the 10 of Wands, so they see this as a pretty big burden. Essentially, it's a burden. The 10 of Pentacles over here, but it's also a great money-making opportunity for a community of people. And then the Justice card reversed. Makes me believe that there, I think, are some money issues within the cruise line that's putting on. I think it's the Royal Caribbean. And I'm wondering if they're trying to try out a brand new business model with this to see if we can do maybe some more long-term money-making opportunities for them, or more consistent money-making opportunities for them. Because with cruise lines, it's you need to fill up the boat, right? But seasons change, weather conditions change, fluctuations in seasons. So I'm wondering if they're trying to find a more consistent way where they don't need to rebook cruise boats, but instead they're trying to find a very consistent model of getting money through the door that's consistent on every single month. You know how internet sport or internet gaming, a lot of it is going towards, you just can't buy the game outright anymore. A lot of it is all on electronic passes, or you need to be on a subscription based sort of you pay month to month. And then games or organizations have a consistent money flow coming in each month, where they aren't relying on a single game to sell out. Now they're just relying on a consistent amount of money coming from each one of their gamers on top of that money coming in. So that's what it's kind of feeling like here when it comes to the cruise line and the 9-month cruises. I think they're trying to see if they can create a more consistent model for making money where they don't need to consistently book people. It's just you book once and we just have this money coming in every month. Kind of like rent agreements. Okay, you just locked yourself into a 9-month rent contract along those lines, right? So that's what I'm feeling here for this cruise line, and that's what they're trying to figure out. I think they really want to restructure the burdens that are coming with it, or like restructure burdens, but they're trying to find more new money making opportunities. Uh, I do feel like there might be some, yeah, because I think there's some money troubles, or just trying to figure out better ways of consistently getting money through the door. Okay. Now I want to see what is kind of just like the general energy around this 9-month cruise. So how I plan on doing that. Just want to see what is kind of the general energy around it. Okay, general energy around this cruise. So Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, so around it, it definitely feels that there are... I wonder if there's going to be boat issues. Just generally. I feel like there's more issues than what's being told with this cruise coming through. Okay. I think there's going to be some planning issues when it comes to this. I don't know how well thought out or how well planned this cruise is. I'm definitely seeing that this was like a spur of the decision moment. They're like, let's just try it, see what happens. People have booked it, so... But I feel like there's going to definitely be issues, yeah. And then here with the challenge is the Ten of Swords reversed, which is all about essentially just being backstabbed. Interesting. And then just some general advice here for them. Okay, so I think the cruise is already gone or like left port, if I'm not mistaken. If they haven't, I feel like there's some issues coming up mechanically for this boat. I don't know why I'm seeing mechanical issues of some sort. But I'm seeing like there's some ill preparedness coming here, just a general energy. Like they're very ill prepared, I think, for this venture. Whoever is like I think Royal Caribbean is running it. It just feels like there's going to be some bigger issues coming here. Like it's like 2 months or 3 months into the cruise, and like all of a sudden something like goes down or something's wrong. Like I'm seeing a mechanical failure or issue somewhere. It definitely feels like there's something wrong, or like there's an issue with the boat itself. And then like with the Page of Cups here, like the advice is take this, or like with the boat or with the cruise in general, like bring empathy to it, or like have like bring your emotions into how are we going to have this be a positive customer experience when things go wrong, because I think there's going to be challenges when it comes to how are they managing people when things go wrong. So yeah, what I'm seeing here, just doing another layer to this. So yeah, they aren't planning. There's mechanical issues, but I also feel like there's just going to be issues when it comes to people interacting with the company itself. So like the Three of Cups is all about disharmony, or people just aren't happy. The challenge here is letting go of preconceived notions or things. And then it's like the advice here is you have to move on from the heartbreak to look on the next thing. So I don't know how long this cruise is actually going to last, or like just even getting this up off the ground. Like there seems to be a major issue coming in here with it. Yeah. And they're going to have to take care of this very swiftly. Like, people, I think, are not going... I wonder if there's going to be issues with, like, refunds of some sort. And, like, they need to let go of, like, all this stuff, like, the mechanical issues or something that's coming on. And they aren't bringing, like, empathy or something to it. Like, this is super interesting and weird. But, like I said, I'm seeing this as, like, okay, so things are going to go wrong. The cruise line is going to be like, sorry, we had to cancel this because of this, that, and the other thing. And, like, the advice here is to have this be a very positive customer experience. And I think they're just struggling with that a little bit. Okay. Or this could be, I don't know, maybe I'm saying like 2 to 3 months generally, but like, I definitely feel like there's going to be something wrong with the boat, is like like, it's like the structure of the boat, or like a mechanical part on the boat. It just feels like there's something gonna happen there. Um, Okay, so now I want to look at just what are kind of be some of the challenges that like the people who are staffing this boat are going to kind of be going through, or staffing the cruise line or the cruise, because I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit. It's like you're spending 9 months with people, like this is going to be intense for like anyone. Okay, so how is staff going to be on this boat, or how is the staff going to be? Okay, they're gonna be so unhappy. I love the first pull is the sun reversed. Oh no. Okay. Um. There is so much drama going on this boat. Like, this is just amongst the staff. This isn't even, like, amongst patrons. So, like, I'm feeling that the people who have signed up for this boat tour, like, who've signed to take over some of the time on this cruise, like, there's a lot of drama that's going on behind the scenes. There are people who, like, I don't see a gossip anywhere, but, like, the sun is super unhappy. The Three of Pentacles, like, there are like factions, it feels like, behind the scenes in the boat. And then the Queen of Cups, it's all about emotions and emotions running high. So like this is poor staff. Yeah, and there's the boat, the traveling card, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Like, I think this is a great money making opportunity for quite a few of them. However, tempers are flying high. And I think a lot of people are trying to ignore it, but like there feels like there's a couple different factions within everything. Yeah, like the Two of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. So just for the staff here, I do feel that there's a lot of conflict amongst the staff, and it's not just conflict amongst the staff, but it's like, what did I sign myself up for a little bit here? And this is just, I feel like a lot of it is just amongst the staff. Yeah, so like the Nine of Swords, like people are gonna be like, I don't want to do, like I'm trying to hold myself back from saying things or doing things that I don't want to do. Like people are like, what did I get myself into? I'm wondering if like the cruise is going to get like short staffed in some way, shape, or form. Because this feels like a short staffing sort of situation. Like people are going to be going out. I'm feeling also that there's going to be quite a few sicknesses as well on board. Like just it'll just run like wild. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But like it definitely feels like there's going to be. You know how when you get like a bunch of people in enclosed spaces, and like everyone, like if one person gets sick, like everyone gets sick within like a week. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. I don't know what it would be, but it definitely feels like there's going to be some short staffing because of just like illness related stuff. So like tempers are kind of rising high. Everyone's kind of like, why did I even sign up for this? Definitely just feels like just a few things always here and there. It's like, if it's not this thing, it's another thing. Okay. So next I want to look at just the passengers, or vacationeers as I'm going to call them, on this boat. What is going to be going on? Oh, goodness gracious. Like, I'm just getting... My first, like, inkling for our vacationeers is I'm just seeing... there's one guy hanging off of a pool slide, and he's just got sunglasses, and it's, like, a drink in a hand. Very loud music. So, like, I feel like this is gonna be very party-heavy 9-month vacation / cruise. So, like, I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, this is insane. Okay. So let's just go with the vacationers. How are they doing? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna pull these down just a little bit here. Okay. So, what I'm getting here is there's gonna be some pretty like happy people. Like for those who are single on this cruise, I think they're gonna have a great freaking time. I see the lovers card here, but this is like the only happy card I see. I'm so okay. So like on top of it all, I think for the most part, people are gonna be okay with it. Like in the beginning, I think people are gonna be like, "This is cool. This is awesome. We get to see all these different places." But in general, I think people are not going to be very happy about this cruise. Like when it comes to like the Vacationeers, I see an unhappiness. I see there's a lot of problems when it comes to customer service, and the staff not always having the answers because I don't think they do. But they have as many answers as they possibly can. With the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles reversed, definitely see, and then even with this Two of Wands, there's been like poor money. It's like, I don't know if there's like hidden fees or something with this cruise, but it definitely feels like there's what they said they were gonna have to pay versus what they're actually paying. It feels different. And it feels different in that the people who are there kind of get screwed a little bit, and the cruise company itself actually is gonna make more money than what they like had like than what they were telling people. So like this cruise, I think, is a lot more expensive than people realize, and it's almost like was this a good financial decision? I think some people were doing like the math on Twitter, and it was like, yeah, for like 60 grand a year, like you too can live on a cruise ship for what was it? No, it's like 6 grand a month. It's like 6,300 a month. You can live on a cruise ship and travel the world. Like, okay, that's a lot of money, and that's just living on the cruise ship. That's not like doing stuff important or anything. So I'm like, oh, that's a lot of money. So I'm looking at it in that context. So like so seeing these all like this is poor money management, or things are being more expensive than they thought. There's gonna be some people who find love. People are gonna like the idea of this. They're gonna be like overall pretty unhappy. But then also here with the Six of Wands, the Ten of and the Den of Cups reversed. I'm also seeing this as, oh, this is gonna go to all over Twitter. Twitter news sites, like I feel like there's a really big story here when it comes to this 9-month cruise that people are not going to be very happy about getting out, especially like the cruise line owners. Because it's like this turn, it's like what was supposed to be one of the coolest things ever. It just feels like it's very poorly executed. With the Queen of Wands here, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords, like this is all still bad customer service representative. So like I'm like, I wouldn't be shocked if like the internet is going out one day and they're like, well, what the heck's going on? Why is the internet out that day? And like they can't give answers. And like their hands are tied, like the staff's hands are tied on what they can and can't say because they only know so much information as well. But I'm definitely seeing like there are individuals like within the actual like staff, like just customer relation management is gonna be highlighted so much on this cruise. Like it's not even like it's just poor customer service is what I think really gets exposed here. Yeah, it's all gonna be. This feels like it's going to be quite a few different places. Like people are gonna know about it. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do is what sort of scandals are coming out about this 9-month cruise. Like, yeah, like what are the scandals gonna come out about it? Like, okay, scandals. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Ooh. So one of the big scandals coming out of here is I really do believe that there's like a scam running of some sort. Like somebody's losing a lot of money on this trip. Like a lot of money. So like Ten of Pentacles reversed. So like your legacies kind of like the legacies being tarnished, I think, of the Royal Caribbean. Either that allegedly being done there by the Royal Caribbean, like their reputation is going to kind of be slandered a little bit. Or they're going to lose a lot of money. Also, with this Ten of Swords card again, I'm seeing, like, there's a lot of money being lost with this cruise. I wonder if there's going to be, like, reimbursement issues from the cruise line, especially if it does get delayed or, like, they can't keep doing it. Yeah, because here's the Page of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Cups reversed. There, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. Like, this is all about this is all about losing money, not having good customer service. Like, they're highlighting, there's the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so when it comes to scandals, it feels like there's going to be there's a lot of money lost and trust lost within the brand itself. It highlights their customer service isn't going to be very good. I also think, like, their planning of this trip was really poorly executed. They're going to have people who, I think, said things they shouldn't have, out of anger. Yeah, Ten of Cups reversed, Queen of Wands, and the Strength card. And they're sticking to their guns on it a lot of the time. Like, there's so many unhappy people here, but they're going to kind of be sticking to their ground, when it comes to, like, this is what you signed up for. I'm almost wondering if in the contract that they signed as well, or like the agreement that they agreed to when it came to going on this trip, for the Vactioneers, like there's some issues when it comes to, like, they agreed that they needed to pay a certain amount of money, like an upfront fee, and then it was like every month that they were on the ship, they paid an X amount of dollars. But I'm wondering if in there it was like, after X amount of time you pay in full, and you can't get like a refund after X amount of, after like 30 days at sea, or like you can't get a refund for X amount of time that you spent on sea or not on sea. So, like, I'm seeing a lot of issues when it comes to paying people out or reimbursing individuals for lost time, or how are they getting paid. It just feels like a horror. Like, this is the big scandal when it comes to this cruise. I think this is a great idea, but it's just so poorly executed. Like, there's a lot of complaints running around. Okay, so my next thing is, I wanted to see, overall, what is the effect that this 9-month cruise is going to kind of have on the world. I'm also seeing that there's a lot of, like, before I was feeling that there is a lot of, when it comes to this 9-month cruise, there's a lot of eyes on it. There's a lot of eyes on it. Okay, so let's just look at what is the ending of this 9-month cruise. What does this end up doing for the cruise lines overall? Death card, Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, I see this as there's an overhaul of how they are interacting with their customers. I also see this as an overhaul of their customer service. I think their customer service is not good right now, and it's going to get highlighted even more within this 9-month cruise. How are they dealing with issues and complaints coming up from people who are on their boat? How are they managing things? How do they talk to people? Like, who do you need on staff? Who don't you need on staff? Like, I feel there's a lot of questions and, like, a lot of issues that come up from this trip, especially as they, I think, are going to try and move towards more longer term trips like this, as they can get more money from it. This one was just poorly executed and poorly planned, it feels like. So that's what the death card definitely feels. There's a death and a rebirth of this trip. With the Ace of Cups here, people were really unhappy with how they were treated. I think they're going to have a lot of issues when it comes to people trusting their brand again. But here with the Ace of Wands, I see this as a rebrand, or they're able to address issues or challenges that they have had in their customer services or on their cruise lines, and a lot of like the pain points that they might not have known were there, I think are being kind of fleshed out, and they're coming up with really creative solutions that they're able to implement on not just like another maybe 9-month cruise, but on their other cruises that they do offer. I definitely see like a rehashing or a rebranding of like policies, what's needed to do long-term cruises, and yeah, because we have all the aces so far here. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, and I think this will also help them restructure how to make their cruises safer, as well as just like they're addressing a lot of the pain points and issues that they are seeing already. But yeah, and this is going to be great for them. It's like with so like they're going to have horrible bad press once this kind of thing I think blows up in their face, which I think is going to. But with it comes I think a brand new opportunity for them, as they're like, okay, we were the first in the game to figure it out. Okay, now we can continue doing it. So like I see a ton of money being able to be made. We're restructuring and kind of we're addressing a lot of the negative issues that we were ignoring before, but now we are fully addressing. Lots and lots of money to be made once we kind of let go of old ways of thinking, and like we're the complete and utter law here, but it's like, okay, we're letting go of that, and we're able to now bring in different pieces to address a lot of it. So for me, what I'm seeing here is, in conclusion, this 9-month cruise is going to be, in very pleasant terms, a disaster when it comes to just interacting with customers. I think customer service is like the big thing that's going to be really put to the test in communications. And then like post things kind of blowing up, I think the cruise lines that like, what is it, Royal Caribbean is definitely going to be able to look at how did things go so sideways, and I think they're going to be able to address a lot of the issues and like have a rebirth. They have new plans. They're now implementing new plans. We're not ignoring the shady shit that kind of goes on underneath, and I think they're able to create a more happier, healthier, and safer cruise experience for everyone around them. I think this is going to kind of lead them into a different way of how they manage their cruise ships, but then also how they are interacting with their customers that I think other cruise lines will try and follow. They're going to take a hit, though, I believe, to their brand, but then they're going to come out on top at the end is what it really feels like. Yeah. And then the Tower. Yeah, this is like a big change for them. Like it's going to be a major change after this 9-month cruise. And kind of what's kind of going to come out of it. It's like a lot of stuff went wrong, and now we're addressing how to make this better for the long term. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come out for this 9-month cruise, how it's going to kind of turn out, what are the scandals that are going to come out of it, but also how is it going to change the cruise line industry as well, because I feel like this is like, they have a great idea. They're now just having to refine it. And the first shot is not always going to be the best one. So, I'm very excited to see how this goes. So I hope you guys liked this reading. If you did, please hit the like button down below. Otherwise, if you're interested in content like this, please hit the subscribe button, as I have other content related to YouTubers, TikTokers, true crime, pop culture, pick a card readings, horoscopes for the month, and even I just released my yearly horoscopes for 2024. So if any of that interests you, please hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, if you have any ideas for readings, please leave them down below or stuff like this. I love looking at people in the news, businesses, and how are things kind of being structured. So if you have any ideas, please leave them down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for sticking with it, with me here to the end, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!